Hello students, I hope you understand the previous complete lecture about the square roots, in which we understand two methods to find out the square root. First method is the continuous division subtraction method, that is by continuous successive subtraction by the odd numbers we get the square root. Continue successive, that is when start from 1. Subtract 1, then 3, then 5, then 7. Continue, we are going to subtract the odd numbers from the given number till the 0 at the end. Alright, that is the one method to find out square roots. Second method, that is prime factorization methods. We have understand both the methods. Now, come towards the exercise 6.3. 6.1 and 2 we are not doing related to squares, we just do the exercise 6.3. Okay, let us start with the square roots of exercise 6.3. The first question of exercise is, what could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following? What is the question? First understand the question. What could be the possible ones digit? Ones digit means this is the at the ones place. This is at the ones place. Alright. So ones or the unit place you can say. What could be possible ones digit? This is a number and these 9, 8, 0, 1 are the digits of the given number of square root of each of the following. Means when we find out the square root of these numbers, you understand the square root, opposite or the reciprocal of the squares. When we find out the square root of these numbers, what is the possibility, what is the unit place of the answer? We just find out that. If the answer is, what is the answer, we don't know. We don't know answer and we not required even answer. We just required the unit place of the answer. Understand? So, there is no need to find out the square root by any method. You just find out the square root when we do the square root of this. Suppose we are doing the square root of 9801. We don't know about the number which is the square root. But the unit place, whatever the places are, but the unit place, that is the ones place we can say, that is the end ones place. Ones place filled by which number? We have to find out only ones place. Maybe 2-digit number here or 2-digit number may be here. But the main thing is what? What is the ones place of 2-digit number? The answer. Okay. Now come towards, before that, let us understand the squares of the number. Now, 1 square is 1. We know very well. 2 square, 4. 3 square, 9. 4 square, 16. 5 square, 25. 6 square, 36. 7 square, 49. 8 square, 64. 9 square, 81. And 10 square, 100. So, these are the squares of 1 to 10 numbers. When we move further, continue squaring the numbers. One thing is common, because when we find out the square of the 12, alright, then its unit place always come 4. When we find out the square, alright, when we find out the 13 square, okay, then again the unit place is 9. Now what happened? Basically these are the numbers whose square you must remember always. Alright, so further for other numbers, they continue with the same process. Alright, now if we observe this 1 to 10 numbers, squares of numbers, suppose 1 square is equal to 1. At the unit place we have 1. Here is only one number. Now, in which number 1 come at the unit place? Here the unit place filled by 4. Unit place filled by 9. Unit place filled by 6. Unit place filled by 5. We can say here square of 5 is 25 and square root of 25 is 5. Alright. So similarly 6 square, that is 36. 7 square, we get unit number is 9. For 8 square, unit place is 4. For 9 square, unit place is 1. For 10 square, unit place is 0. Now understand the concept. Let us understand for only 5 square. Now if 5 square is equal to 25, then root of 25 is equal to 5. These are the reciprocal terms now. 5 square 25, root of 25 is equal to 5. Now understand the concept. Root of 25, we don't want to, in this question, finding out the root is not required. What is required? For the answer, what is the unit place? Now see, if we find out root of any number whose unit place filled by 5, in answer the unit place also always filled by 5. मीन्स जब हम किसी नंबर का रूट निकालते हैं, अंडर रूट निकालते हैं, स्क्वायर रूट निकालते हैं, अगर इसके यूनिट प्लेस पे 5 है तो इसके आंसर के यूनिट प्लेस पे भी ऑलवेज 5 ही प्रेजेंट होगा. ऑलराइट, अगेन अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट. अगर हम 1 का स्क्वायर करते हैं तो यूनिट प्लेस पे क्या है? 1. अगर हम 9 का स्क्वायर कर रहे हैं तो यूनिट प्लेस पे क्या है? अगेन 1. सो अगर हम 81 का स्क्वायर रूट निकाले, आंसर क्या आ रहा है? 9. 1 का स्क्वायर रूट निकाले, आंसर क्या आ रहा है? 1. सो सी, आप इन दोनों प्रोसेस को देखो. 81 स्क्वायर रूट इज इक्वल टू 9 एंड 1 स्क्वायर रूट इज इक्वल टू 1. ओके, इट मीन्स क्या कॉमन है इन दोनों में? यूनिट प्लेस पे 1 है, इसके यूनिट प्लेस पे 1 है, इधर भी यूनिट प्लेस पे क्या है? 1. सो आंसर में आइदर 1 आएगा और क्या आएगा? 9. सो अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट. हमें आंसर का यूनिट प्लेस चाहिए, दैट्स इट. ऑलराइट, सिमिलरली सपोज वी टेक 2 and 8. ऑलराइट, 2 square gives us 4, right? 8 square also gives us 4. So what does it mean? What does it mean? Means the root of 4 is equal to 2. The root of 64 is equal to 8. Opposite of the square. Alright, understand the concept. Unit place filled by 4. Answer is 2. Unit place filled by 4. Answer is 8. So possible answers, your possible unit places are 2 or 8. If a question whose square root we want to find out, at the unit place if 1 is present, in answer we have either 1 or 9. And in the question, if the unit place filled by 4 or 4, then answer may be 2 or 8. Similarly, we can use more terms to understand. For example, if we want to find out square root of 16, answer is 4. We find out square root of 16 in which unit place is 6. Answer is 4, that is 4. If we want to find out square root of 36, answer is 6. So we can say square root of 16, answer is 4. Square root of 36, answer is 6. So if unit place is filled by 6, its answer may be 4 or 6. Understand? Similarly, now compare our question. What is the unit place filled by? 1. So we can say from these calculation, if the unit place is filled with 1 for the square root, the answer may be 1 or 9. For this case, the square root of the answer, the unit place 1 or 9. Alright, for this case in which in the question, if the unit place filled by 6, you can see from these two, unit place filled by 6, unit place filled by 6. Compare these two. Answer may be 4 or 6. That is 4 or 6. Next, for 1, we have already done. Answer, either unit place is 1 or unit place is 9. These are not the answers. These are just the unit places of the answers. Similarly, if the question is filled with 5, the answer unit place is also filled with 5. As you can see in this case, 25. We have seen now. Alright, so How we write the answers? We can write that if in the question unit place is filled with 1, then for the answer unit place are filled with 1 or 9. This must be right in your language, that in the question for the square root, if the question unit place filled with 1, then its answer, the unit place filled with 1 or 9. Understand? These are the find out without calculations. These we have to find out without calculations. So I hope you understand. You must remember these terms. You must remember these aspects, these properties. Alright. Come towards the second question. Second question is, without doing any calculations, find the number which are surely not the perfect square. Now what happened here? Without doing actual calculations means you are not going to use the perfect square for the subtraction method or for the factorization method. We are not going to use, we are not to calculate. What we find out without calculations? Find the number which are surely not perfect square. Alright. Now 4 numbers are given. How could we find out without calculations? We can find out with the help of again these squares. Now understand the squares. Now 1 square end with 1, 2 square end with 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 5. If we observe 1 to 10 squares, alright, unit places either come 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. Again see 6 that already come, 9 already come, 4 already come, 1 already come, and 0. In spite of other than these number, no number come at the unit place for the perfect square number. Alright, so what we write? If a number is a perfect square number, so we can write if a number is perfect square number, then its unit place must be filled by or occupied by either 1 or 4 or 9 or 6 or 5 or 0. Alright, unit place only filled by these numbers. 1 possibility, 4 can be possible, 9 possibility for 3 or 7, for 6 can be possible, 5 and 0 possible. Other than these unit places, other than these numbers, if any other number come at unit place, that is not a perfect square. So you must write first the rule, then write down. Now in 153, what is the unit place? 3. Now see from this property, 3 is not included in these number. It means 153 is not a perfect square. Alright, similarly for 257, 257. What is the unit place? 7. Now 7 is not included in these number now. So we can write as unit place filled with 7. So that is according to the rule, 257 is not a perfect square. Similarly 408, again unit place filled by 8, and according to rule 8 is not included in these numbers. Now in this case unit place filled by 1. So as by the rules we can say that unit place filled by a number which is included in this number. So that's why this is a perfect square. 441 is a perfect square. But these numbers are not perfect square. Without calculations we can say, using only this property, that if number is a perfect square, then its unit place must be filled by 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 or 0. Any of these number can be come at the unit place. Alright, I hope you understand question 1 and question 2. Now let us start with the question number 3 of exercise 6.3. Now students, the third question is find the square root of 169 by repeated subtraction method. Here the question is 169 and 100. One I just understand, and second you can do by yourself. This we have already done yesterday also. Repeated subtraction means we have to repeat, that is successive subtraction of odd numbers. So when we successively subtract odd numbers till 0, start from 1. Okay, so number of terms counted as the square root of the given number. So let us start. 169 minus 1, we get 168. 168 minus 3, the next odd number, 165. 165 minus 5, answer is 160. 160 minus 7, 153. Minus 9, 144. Minus 11, 133. Minus 13, 120. Minus 15, 105. Minus 17. You see the successive odd numbers. Continue. 88, then 88 minus 19, 69. 69 minus 21, 48. 48 minus 23, 25. And finally 25 minus 25 equal to 0. So by successive subtraction of odd numbers, start from 1. What we get? The total number of terms. Total terms are, how many terms are there? How many total terms come? Count the total terms. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. We have total 13 terms. Total terms are 13. So we can say the square root of 169 is equal to 13. This is the answer. So by successive subtraction, we complete write it. Subtraction of odd numbers start from 1. Alright, total terms are, that is total terms comes, total parts comes, total count, and that is the square root of given number. Next, the last question we have done today. Further, you complete these questions and then we discuss further. Find the square root by prime factorization method. As I told you yesterday, what is prime factorization? Break the given number into small factors. That is called the prime factorization method. Now, let us start to break. 729. We can divide 729 by 3 because this is an odd number, can be divided by odd. When we 3 divide 729, we get 243. Again divided by 3, we get 81. Again by 3, 27. Again by 3, we get 9. And again finally by 3, we get 3. Now we can write here also 3 at 1. So we get finally 1 at the end. So these are the smallest factor which we can do for 729. Now write 729 as 3 multiply 3. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 come here. That is 3. What is the next step? Make the pairs of these numbers and we can write 3 square, 3 square and 3 square. Now compile all the multiplication and square is placed at the top. That is compile the multiplication, the given numbers and square. What we get here? 3 multiply 3, 9, 9, 3, 27. That is 729 is the square of 27, or we can say the square root of 729 is 27. So this is the prime factorization method and this is the repeated subtraction method. Now you complete 4 questions of this exercise, then we discuss further.